DeMar DeRozan has finished his last season on contract with the San Antonio Spurs. This was his third season with the team, and it was arguably his best season of his stint in San Antonio. The four-time All-Star averaged a respectable 21.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 6.9 assists per game this season. Now, personally, I'm a firm believer that DeMar DeRozan is one of the few free agents in this year's free agency class that can take a team from on the fringe of championship contention to being a legitimate title threat. So in this video, I want to take a look at some good teams and some not so good teams that could benefit from the addition of DeMar DeRozan on the roster. Before we get into it, we are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So I just want to say thank you all so much if you've subscribed so far. We're on pace for my goal of 1,000 subscribers before 2021, so let's keep it up. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex and I'm posting NBA content all the time. So if you love the NBA, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notification bells on. Let's get right into the video. The first team that I want to take a look at is the Dallas Mavericks. There have been a lot of rumors that DeRozan is one of the players they're looking to target in free agency, and it makes total sense. He's a very solid mid-range shot creator and finisher, and he's a respectable playmaker, so he would be able to allow Luka to work off ball and not have to dominate the ball as much on the offensive end. It would also allow for some interesting rotations where DeMar is on the floor without Luka and he's leading the bench unit, allowing Luka to not have to carry as much of a load. The only way this signing works, in my opinion, is if the Mavericks are able to trade Porzingis for another wing, as DeMar isn't really a three-point threat, so they would need another shooter to even things out. The next team that I want to take a look at is the Los Angeles Lakers, who have been rumored to have interest in adding DeMar DeRozan to the roster. This one is interesting because the Lakers have a lot of money tied up in guys like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Kyle Kuzma. I can 100% see the Lakers trading away Kuzma to make some room for a DeMar DeRozan contract. Now, DeRozan has some pros and cons for the Lakers. On one hand, he is a good playmaker and shot creator that can get you a quick bucket whenever he needs to. On the other hand, we've seen that the best way for LeBron to thrive is when he's surrounded by shooters on the perimeter. And with DeRozan's hesitancy to even shoot threes, it draws the question of how he would mesh in that system. The Lakers are also a very defensive-minded team, and DeRozan isn't particularly well known for his defense, which makes this even more interesting. Now, with all of that being said, there's no doubt in my mind that DeRozan would be able to come into this Lakers team and instantly make them better. The next team that is in desperate need of DeMar DeRozan is the New York Knicks. Right now, they have plenty of defense, ranking in the top 10 in the league in defensive rating. What they need is another offensive punch. DeRozan is the perfect player to play that role. They also need some better playmaking, and DeRozan, as I've discussed already, brings a good amount of playmaking to the table. If anyone can get some defensive talent out of DeMar DeRozan, there's no doubt in my mind that Tom Thibodeau can do it. The Knicks have the cap space to pull it off, so it may not be a bad idea to make a run at him to put another star veteran next to Julius Randle. This next team may come as a bit of surprise to a lot of you. This team, in my opinion, is in need of another veteran presence as they're a very young team. The Memphis Grizzlies have one of the youngest cores in the league, and right now they don't have an all-star punch on their team. Someone with experience that can keep everyone's heads calm in these close, tight games. This would also reunite DeMar DeRozan with longtime Raptors teammate Jonas Valanciunas, which I think would make both players very happy. This gives the Grizzlies a 20-point-per-game scorer and playmaker that can take some of the load off Ja Morant and gives him an experienced bucket getter to learn under. Now, the last team that I want to look at is the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are in a very tough spot because they don't really have any draft picks to try and get better for the future. So the only way they can try and improve before Zach LaVine's free agency is going to be through offseason signings. That's why they are the perfect candidates to sign DeMar DeRozan in free agency. They can make the money work through non-guaranteed contracts and team options, so it wouldn't surprise me to see the Bulls get him in free agency. This would also give the Bulls a big three of Zach LaVine, DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic, which would be a very solid three-headed monster for this team. He brings a lot of playmaking, which they need, and he's just another offensive threat on this team, which they need. So where do you think DeMar DeRozan will go in free agency? Be sure to leave a comment below, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.